Hey Stampin' friends, welcome to the Joy of Stamping with Rachel. I'm Rachael Coon and it's Fun Fold Friday. Today we'll be making a really fun card using the Have a Hoot stamp set and the Magic of the Night Designer Series paper. Go ahead and hold while I flip and we'll get started. For some reason it doesn't want to switch. 1 second. I wonder if my hands are too... There we go. All right, sorry about that. Hold up there. Thanks for joining. Be sure to comment. You might be one of the lucky winners who gets today's card. I advertised it just a little bit by having it in part of my stories, and it's a really fun card. And it looks like this. It says, Have a Hoot on Halloween, and it has this beautiful, simple front on it with this glimmery ribbon. And then if you open it up, it's where the fun happens. And it has this really cool 4 panels with this bendable arm here. And the debate is if that's a W or if it's a M. So let me know by the time we're done what you think this card should be called, the M card or the W card. All right, let's go ahead and get started, and I'll show you how to make it. All right, so there are so many measurements for this card today. It is crazy how many there are. But we'll start with the base and we'll work on the front first. I'm using Occasion Craze card base, and it works perfect with this color scheme that's found in the Magic of the Night DSP. I have it 11 by 4.5. Sorry, yep, 4.25, scored at 5.5. There we go. And then I have on here this DSP, and it looks like this on the other side, so just the same is what our inside will be, and these 3 pieces are all the same. That's the typical 4 by 5.25, and then this one is just a hair bigger, so that way it can give us a little bit of border for that front part of the card. Let's go ahead and glue this one down. We're going to use some of our Tombow liquid glue. And look at that, right in place. I do like to have these ones to be matted on the front, but the inside ones don't require it unless you really like that look as well for the inside. Then we have this awesome piece of Cajun Craze that I've used the cobweb embossing folder and already ran it through. And that's going to make our belt in the front. That's what it's going to look like. But first we need to add our glitter ribbon. And the best way to do that is to use your tear tape. We're going to put tear tape on both sides on the back and then just attach a bow to the front that's already been pre-tied. So look like that, and we'll just fold it over and put your tear tape right there. Then we'll pull this one through and fold it over and put it through. I usually will leave that on, but it's up to you if you want to take that backing off before you keep on going, because then you need to glue it to the front. You use glue here or dimensionals. It's up to you how you want this part to go. And you'll try to center it as much as you can. There we go. And this piece of card panel right here was just, let's see, a 5.25 by 1.5. And then I have it pre-stamped, our saying, Have a Hoot on Halloween. And I've put dimensionals on the back. And we're going to try to center this part as much as we can over that ribbon. So we're making our card front fairly basic, so that way when they open it, they'll have the real wow effect. I've already tied us a little bow. We just use a glue dot to attach it. You press the knot to the dot and lift it up. And I kind of overlapped it just a little bit on this corner here trying to make it look like it's attached to this, but be on that edge there. All right, then let's go ahead and attach this also to our card base. We'll bring that back in view. There we go. I did all the stamping beforehand for today because I really want to have you focus on the fold for this card. All right, so that's our front, and let's work on the inside. The inside requires you to have 4 panel pieces. And I've chosen to have 2 that are DSP and 2 that have been stamped with the Hoot, have a Hoot, and I've colored in with our blends. I do want to give you a quick tip with this one that I watched a video for and I really like. I've used the light pool party blend. See if you can see that okay. It's not focusing, but that's our Stampin' blend, and that's in the pool party. And I've gone around the outline of the stamped image, and I've just softly went around it, and it kind of gave it a really cool border, and it's very gentle, which I love about it. So you have those pieces there, all measured in the same size, which is 1 3/4 by 2 1/2. And then we have 4 basic black panels, and those are 2 inches by 2 3/4. These ones, we're going to go ahead and glue them all together and on. Hope you guys are having a great day. It's finally starting to cool down again. Start to feel like fall. Get these on here. The great thing about this card is that you could do it with almost any designer series paper and stamp set that have fun images. I'm excited to try to do a Christmas one with it because if you can see here, there's also really cute Christmas ones in the stamp set as well. All right, 2 more to go. And I don't embellish too crazy on the inside because it kind of makes it bumpy, but you're more than welcome to add rhinestones or another die cuts. I saw someone had like a really cute, the spider web from this one that was on it. But we're going to keep these ones fairly simple today. Show you how to attach that W or M. All right, so those are our panel pieces. The next part we have to do is attach our DSP. And I love this, how it blends so nicely in with the inside here, because it's the exact same color. Stampin' Up! Coordinates all of their paper, inks, markers, and so they match 100%, which is pretty awesome and makes it really easy to design cards and to make them look really nicely put together. So glue on both sides here. And we're just going to make sure that our borders look like they're the same going across. There and oh, there we go. Okay. So for the next part is that M or the W. Either way you say it, it's going to go in like this. So we want this pointed part to be right in the center with that score line here. And we want these edges to be on this side here. And we're only going to glue from this line over to the edge. And same thing on this one. Do not put any adhesive on these 2 middle sections. Now this piece, this is the golden piece. Let me tell you the measurements for this one. It is 1 3/4 by 11. So that's the length of our cardstock. So I'm going out stretched out is exactly the same length as this card base. And then we have it scored at 2 3/4, 5 1/2, and 8 1/4. All right, let's get gluing. And you can use, I've seen people use their Seal Plus. I still like to have a little bit of flexibility with this one. So when I put it down, and you're going to put it down on your DSP edge. Right, like that. And then same for this one. And you're trying to make it as straight as you can. You want to make sure that it's lining up with that center piece, that center score line. And go like that. And that's looking pretty good. See where this line is right here? And it matches it. All right. The trick to know if it worked well is to fold it. Awesome, that folded so nicely. Okay, so the last part, we just need to add our panels. These panels here, all you have to do is add adhesive to it. And I'm going to use my Seal Plus for this one. And just guide it along. And this one, you could have it on tops and bottoms because these ones are going to be on the outer side. So this one, and you're going to try to center it right here. And since this is our first one we're putting down, we're going to base all the other ones off of this placement of this one. Okay. Let's get this one ready to go. I'll put this one over here. And I'll try to line it up so it looks like it's centered with that one. And going across. Awesome. And lastly, these two. And these ones, you want to make sure that you only put adhesive in the middle because we want those to be able to float and not get stuck. So I'll put just one strip of that on the back and then line it up so it matches where this one is on here and have it in between those two score lines. There we go, and we'll just press it down. And you would stick your hand underneath it to make sure it's pressed down nicely. And same with this one. Make sure it looks like it's lined up nice. And there we go. We'll close it, and there we have it. Have a hoot on Halloween pop-up panel, either the M or the W. Hope you had a great time learning how to make this card today. It's super fun and pretty easy. Have a great weekend, and be sure to check my blog later for all the measurements. Happy stamping, everyone. Goodbye.